Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Sheflowered here with an update on the last 4 weeks of what's been going on since I officially left the rat race. Stay tuned for more to find out where I've been or what I've been up to and where I am now, because we ain't about it no more. I put my fear in the back seat, I put my soul in the front seat, put my heart in the front seat and decided, let's go for a ride. I trust wherever the journey is taking me. I was feeling all kinds of emotions. I was sad, I was happy, I was nervous, I was excited because I was making a really big shift in my life, and yeah, it was empowering to say the least, but all those other things too. The last week of work felt really surreal. I had no concrete plan. I didn't know where I was headed. I was really taking that leap of faith into the unknown, and yeah, I was just gonna let's see what happens. It was quite surreal because it didn't feel like I was leaving anywhere yet, because obviously I was still very much ingrained in that waking up every morning. So it hadn't really hit me until obviously I came to my last day, and whoa, let me tell you about that. But before we fast forward to there, I'd just like you to know that during my last week of work, I was really determined to get all that I had to get done, to leave on a really good note, to feel accomplished. I was working in a primary school and I was doing one-to-one support work with a child who had autism, and it was challenging, but it's such a rewarding job. The children are really great, such stars. They really do bring smiles to your face. I really enjoyed doing what I was doing. I really wanted to leave something behind as a gift for kids that I'd worked with. It was really emotional. I just knew that I can't keep going on with this anymore, and finally I made it happen so that I was able to leave, that I was able to remove myself from those circumstances and, you know, bring some positive changes into my life. I've finished with one chapter and I'm on to the next chapter, and I have no idea what this chapter is going to bring me, and that's what excited me, because I was like, okay, I'm really ready to know where I'm going to end up. Let's see where this goes. I actually fell quite ill midweek. That was the 22nd of January, which was a Wednesday to be exact. And so I stayed home poorly in bed all day. I was quite upset about that. I do beat myself up about things when I really want to do well and want to make sure that I'm there, you know, supporting the rest of my team. So when I couldn't be there, you know, it did get to me a little bit, and I was just like, you know what? Sometimes you just need to chill. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, considering the fact I don't actually know where I'm headed, what I'm doing, and I have no concrete plan, or any plan at all for that matter, of where I'm headed next, then maybe now's the time to actually start thinking about the next steps I'm gonna take when I have no more work to go to in the morning. And so I spent that entire day literally applying to every single job that I thought ticked any relevant box. I created profiles, I created different accounts, applied to that, applied to that, applied to that, applied to that. And I just was like, yeah, I need it. Because at that point I literally had no idea where I was going, what I was going to do, and I just knew that I can't do absolutely nothing. I obviously need some sort of income. Girl still has bills to pay at the end of the day. And after all, this is London. It's bloody expensive. It hurts. I actually didn't want to go back into full-time work again. I was really quite done with the idea of that for now. This time is more so to focus on me and seeing what could actually come from just allowing myself to flow a little bit more with life and not having such a strict routine that was taking me away from my personal life and any personal projects I may have wanted to work on. I just didn't have the time for it, being that I was always tired from working full-time, and my job was quite intense. I was doing the most. I've never sat down and applied to that many jobs in one day. But it did work its magic, let me tell you. the last day of work, I had a really lovely send-off. I received so many unexpected gifts. I received a beautiful bunch of pink tulips. Honestly, they were, till this day, I'm never gonna forget those tulips. They were so beautiful. I actually still have the remnants of the tulips. I have the dried petals, and I'll probably use them at a later stage. Receiving those tulips along with other beautiful and lovely thoughtful send-off gifts, I had actually had an epiphany, and when I received them I was thinking, wow, these are so beautiful. I'm so thankful because I really did not expect to receive anything. I've never received tulips before. I've never bought any tulips before, and receiving these beautiful pink tulips, I instantly felt a sense of calm. And I looked at them and I thought to myself, wow. And I had a little synchronous moment there where I thought, these tulips are a sign. These tulips are definitely a sign of what's to come. This is what I went to do. So I went home with my tulips. If you know me, you'll know that I often love to connect the dots between everything. I love it. I know that nothing happens without reason. I know that there is a reason for everything, and whether we can see it in that moment or not, there is definitely a reason, because higher power, okay, we know that nature has its way, and it will always have its way, and it will always continue to go and flow in a cycle. And so I just knew that I received these flowers for a reason. I wanted to know, what do these flowers mean? What do these flowers represent? Deep down, I did know, but I just, like I said, if you know me, you know that I'm very curious about, you know, connecting the dots and really figuring out what everything means from a wider perspective. And so as soon as I got home with my tulips, I went straight to look at my book on how to draw flowers. In this book that I have on how to draw flowers, there's a description under each flower. And so I quickly went and found tulips, and underneath the tulips it said the flower of abundance, and I was just gobsmacked. I was like, wow. But at the same time I was like, of course, like, duh, of course it means abundance. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly where I was heading. That's exactly what I've been preaching about, being abundant, trusting, and just diving and going straight in, because there is nothing. We are limitless. We are limitless. So that was a really, really, really beautiful sign. It really helped actually clarify some things and instill a little bit more trust than I already had in myself by receiving those flowers, because it was a very clear sign that I was going in the right direction. And I am so grateful for those flowers, because I just couldn't stop thinking about how much, like, how synchronous the flowers were, and receiving them on that day was just beautiful. After applying to all those jobs, I actually had started to receive quite a few responses as of the next day, which was outstanding. I didn't expect to receive any responses so quickly. That was really promising. I really felt like I was moving forward and making active progression. By week 1 of leaving the rat race and being unemployed, I went to Amsterdam, and that was a really lovely, well-earned trip. It was so nice to get an environmental break away from London and have a change of scenery. Really needed that to collect myself again, collect my mind, and just sort of refresh and reset and ready to come back and get on with whatever it is I was going to be doing. I managed to land myself an audition and an interview in this time frame as well, which was really amazing for me. I was so excited to feel like I was again making even more progress and moving in the right direction, and things were actually happening, and I was seeing results from just applying and looking for jobs a week ago. So I landed myself an audition, and I've never actually done an audition before that, so it was a first for me. I was excited, I was nervous again. I turned up to the audition, I was actually the first one there. And what was required of me was I had to freestyle dancing for 2 minutes. Never in my life have I had to do that on demand. So I was nervous, but you know what? I was like, you know what? I love to dance in my bedroom, so let me just go and do the same thing. At the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, I'm just gonna go there, step out of my comfort zone, really push past my fear and just see what can come out of it. That was a really fun experience. I also landed myself a job interview, which I was really excited about, and I would be attending when I got back from Amsterdam. Reaching week 2 of being unemployed, I had returned back to London from Amsterdam and with a much clearer headspace and ready to get moving, ready to take some more action. And during this time, I then landed myself 2 freelance jobs, which was amazing because I thought, okay, I've only been out of work for a week and now we're in the second week and I've already got 2 jobs that are paying me. Brilliant. We are moving in the right direction. So I was really happy about that. I was really thankful because I did need the money by this point as well, and that really helped me out during that time frame. Also had a call back from my audition, which was really unexpected but amazing. And I think to be honest, wow, it was crazy because my audition experience was actually like, it was really fun, but I was surrounded by people who I felt were more experienced than I was. Although I never let that get to me, I never allowed for any judgment to occur. I just thought, oh, okay, like, you know, they've got more experience, that's really cool, and I just genuinely wished them all the best. And I also was there and I was like, well, I don't really have much experience in this area, but I just wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone and sort of see what happens, because this is something I would like to do more of in the future. So there's no better way than to just go for it, right? And so I did. And I mean, it really goes to show whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve no matter the circumstances, because I got 2 roles. I got not 1 but 2 roles, and not everyone, you know, had that same opportunity. And for me to have received not 1 but 2 roles was just another clear sign to me that I was in the right place, doing the right thing, and that all my decisions up until that point were the right decisions. I was on the right path, I was following my soul, I was following my heart, and it was just leading me in the right direction. And it was getting clearer and clearer by the day that this is exactly where I'm meant to be. And it was really beautiful to see this all unfold. I just hope that everyone else can experience this too, and this is partially why I'm sharing my story. Yeah, there was just so many synchronicities throughout the entirety of that week. I mean, everything that if I had work, like the freelance jobs I was speaking of, if I had to go to them, I would go, and my interview, I would go, and I would always end up arriving at 11:11, and I was just like, oh my goodness, amazing. I love signs, I love it. Give me more, please show me the way. I am excited, I am happy to be receiving this, and I'm happy, so happy that I'm able to trust myself so much to the point that I can actually see everything manifest before my eyes. And it's just, there's literally no words to describe how that made me feel, how that feels to experience such transcendental, like, science. Oh wow. By week 3, my rehearsals had started, so I really felt like, yes, we're making progress, which was nice and exciting as well, especially to be working as a part of a co-creative group. All really exciting. And I started my new job, which is part-time, by the way, so I managed to secure that job within a week again after having the interview, which was amazing. I literally couldn't be more thankful. Although I had just left full-time work, I still needed a steady income to cover my basic bills and traveling costs. And to be honest, I don't care if I'm broke, I don't care if I can barely afford to eat, or if I can't go out and do all the activities I really want to do, or buy all the nice clothes that I would love to buy, because right now what's most important to me is finally being able to give more time to myself in doing whatever it is that I decide to do. And yeah, so on the whole, everything was moving pretty smoothly. I was getting jobs, I was making progress, things seemed to really be flowing in my direction, things really seemed to be going okay and looking up, especially because the last few months before that, They were terrible, and that's the reason why I had to make these changes in the first place, because I just couldn't bear to be in that position any longer. So, you know, if it's not me who's gonna make these changes, then who else is gonna do them? I don't know. I don't know. And we've reached week 4, and today we are here. Oh my goodness. I have managed to finally publish my first ever YouTube video, which took a very long time, way longer than I ever expected. If you haven't watched that, make sure you go and check it out. I will leave a link somewhere. I don't know how y'all do this, but somewhere there'll be a link in the description below, and you can go watch that if you haven't already. I just want to say, talking about the last 4 weeks and what's been going on in my life since actually taking that really big step to dive into the unknown and grasp every inch of trust in my body that everything would turn out okay despite any struggles along the way. It really has proven to me that literally anything you put your mind to, you can do. You are as limitless as you set yourself to be. You are as limitless as you believe yourself to be. So if you believe you're limitless, then you're limitless. If you believe that you have a limit, then you have a limit. So wherever you set your belief, your mental, your state of mind really does structure the rest of how your life flows. So it's so important that if you do want something, if there is something that you really do want to achieve, you need to do everything in your power to make sure that it's deeply ingrained in your mind that you can do it and you will do it, and there's no such thing as you can't. Don't have that existing in your vocabulary whatsoever, because I'm working hard. I mean, sometimes, you know, I slip up, but I really am working hard to just completely remove I can't from my vocabulary, or the idea that I'm not enough, or that I don't have the required skills, or that I'm not good enough, I'm not as good as the other people here. Because to be honest, if I was thinking all those things, I probably wouldn't have made it through my audition. I probably wouldn't have gotten the job that I landed. I probably wouldn't have received all the other opportunities that came my way throughout the last 4 weeks. And it just really shows me how much is needed, how much strength and trust within your mental capacity and soul that is needed to be able to actually push yourself forward. But it really does work. But the only way to find out is if you do it. And I can talk my talk, but you gotta walk your walk if you want to know. So I really do hope this video has inspired you to push yourself even further, to love yourself even more, and make whatever it is you want to happen for you happen, because it is possible. Your life is yours, and whatever you want to do with it, your life is in your hands. Literally, it's in the palm of your hands. You are the creator of your world. You are the creator of your destiny, and you can decide. Destiny, okay? You can decide, okay? You can decide your destiny. When you put that trust and love into whatever it is you want to do, watch how it unfolds. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be smooth sailing all the time, but for me, it's definitely worth the struggle. Like, I've been experiencing, and I'm still experiencing, by the way, a lot of resistance. I'm still dealing with a lot of blocks throughout this entire process. There has been a lot of ups and downs. There's been tears, you know. I cry when I need to. I get worked up when I do, and sometimes I feel like giving up. But it's in those times when I do feel like giving up that I really pinch myself and tell myself, no, not today. I do whatever it is to make sure I can keep my state of mind quite harmonious, so that I can keep moving with flow in a positive way, because I don't want to dwell in what I don't want. And the best way to get what you do want is to only think about what you do want. Because if you spend your time thinking about what you don't want, that's what's going to manifest. But if you spend your time thinking about what you do want, that's what's going to manifest. So the more time you spend thinking, what do I want? This is what I want. I'm going to have it. I am this, I am that. Affirm, affirm, affirm. You will get there. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video has inspired you to take on all the challenges that come your way. Really push yourself to go wherever it is you feel destined to be. And yeah, I will keep you guys up to date. I know I've been a little bit vague on the specifics of everything that I'm doing, but that's mainly because quite a few of these things I am not allowed to talk about in such detail at this time. However, if you guys have any questions that you want to know more about, please leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them in another video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to show love, support, like, share and subscribe. Whatever it is, I'll be grateful, and I'll see you in my next video.